Good afternoon and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time, welcome. If you're returning, thanks for coming back. I'm the Delivery Whiz. We are here in Las Vegas. It is Sunday, May 21st. Sorry for the long absence. It's been a hectic week for me. Friends came in from out of town, so I had to spend some time with them. And some other exciting things happened, which I'll explain to you at some point, just not right now. We're going to do Spark and InstaCart today. It's 5 p.m. We are going to try to do as much as we can until 10 p.m. and see how much we make for 5 hours. We picked up an $8.50 4-mile from Spark. We're going to go ahead and get that going. And I'll see you when we get there and give you an update. And don't forget, good guys wear black. We have arrived at our favorite Walmart, store 2884 in the northwest side of Las Vegas. The slowest store in the valley, but it doesn't look that bad today. There's a few associates, not a lot of cars. This is just one order, 16 items, $8.50 for 4 miles. Like I said, sometimes you got to take these things to get your day started. All right, now we're ready for delivery. It took 8 minutes to get 8 items. It was a little busier than I thought. It does happen. Not to sweat it. It's only 4 miles. And hopefully we'll pick up something else real quick. Otherwise, I logged into DoorDash and it's super busy around here. So worst case scenario is if I can't get anything going on InstaCart and Spark, we'll resort to DoorDash. Okay, let's go deliver this. All right, we delivered that one. $8.50, 4.7 miles, plus the 4 miles to the store. Not that great, but it got us started. They gave us another offer right after that that was not that good. It was $12.50 for 2 miles, but a lot of items to an apartment. And they're giving this bonus for apartments for 57 cents. I said no, because this order brought me near my favorite Walmart supermarket on Cheyenne and 215, and sure enough, as soon as I rejected that one, $18.50, 2.7 miles, so literally in the same neighborhood I'm driving in. I don't have to drive 4.5 miles back to the first Walmart that I was just at. Instead, I drive a half mile. Bad news is I gotta wait till 5:45. It's 5:32. Maybe I will get lucky and they'll give it to me early. If not, it's a few minutes. So that means for the hour, we'll have made 26 and some change. That's not too bad for just getting started. I'm gonna have to unpause DoorDash and pause it again because I'm not gonna take anything until I deliver these, and I may still not. I just put them on for emergency purposes. Okay, it's almost 5:45. It won't let us check in early. Not much you can do about that, but there's nobody else here, so it should be out within 5 minutes. I meant to also say, welcome to the channel today. I'm not wearing a hat. I got my hair cut. As you can see, I do have hair. It's just the way that the light shines in the dark environment. It just makes me look that way. So if you think that I didn't have hair, sorry, I do. I got a cut. It'll grow again. My body's changing. Some things are happening to my hair. So that's why I was trying to let it grow a little bit. And wear hats. You'll still see me wear hats from time to time, but maybe not as much. We're about to check in, and let's see how long it takes to get. Okay, a little update. As a gig app worker, sometimes things don't always go your way. I've been sitting here for 7 minutes. Nobody's here. Somebody else pulled up. They pulled out 2 bins, loaded them, and they're gone. And I was here first and checked in right on time, and I don't have my 2 orders. So let that be a lesson. Even from your favorite store, sometimes it's not always going to go well. And that is one of the cons of being in this business. Even as a truck driver over the road, things pop up, things delay you. So the money that you think you might make might not be the money you're actually going to make in the amount of time that you would like to make it. I thought I was going to make more. I am going to still make the same amount of money. The time is now just escalating more than I had wanted. It happens. What are you going to do? You can go find something else to do so you don't get aggravated. Me, I've learned how to not let it aggravate me on this part. I still do get aggravated about the no-life losers who don't tip. Story from last night, went and UberEats had a special deal, for every 3 deliveries, you got extra $6. I took an Albertsons for $8, 10 items, 2.5 miles. It was a very difficult apartment complex to find your way in. No gate code, no door code, no instructions on how to find their second floor apartment. And then once you complete the job and you go back and look, and I will get a screenshot of that and I will probably put it up here so you guys can see that I'm not bullshitting you. $1 tip. 10:30 p.m. on a Saturday night, bringing you 10 items that you must need, and it's $1. And that's all I'm going to say about that today. The rant is over. Still, no groceries. It is now 5:54. I got here at 5:34. And you're going to be like, Wiz, you said this is your favorite store. It is. It's never usually like this. I am concerned. I will probably go ask in a few minutes because I'm not going to sit here all day. Although $18.50 for 2.7 miles or whatever it is, you have already saw in the screenshot what it is. It's good. Okay? You're not going to do much better. The first stop is about a half a mile away, if that. Oh, here they come now, finally. And the second stop is the 2 miles after that. So we're going to get loaded up right now, and I'll be back in a few minutes, if that. Okay, we got the 2 deliveries. Of course, I didn't read the list very well. 2 big things of water. Hooray for me. But there is a $10 tip on this one, so, I don't mind. I just wish I would have brought my wagon. It's in my SUV. And of course, I didn't put it in this car. So, good news is, the first delivery is a 1/4 mile away, just like I said. So, I'm just going to leave the camera on, and you can see that a lot of these deliveries from this grocery store are just that, a 1/4 mile or less for one delivery, and then the second delivery is like 1.5 miles to 2 miles, and they're nice. And the people in this neighborhood generally tip. There are some that don't tip. The big thing and the big knock for me on Walmart Spark is you have to wait 24 hours for the tips. That gives people way too much time to retract their tip, which has happened to me before. I have had to pick up from this location and drive a half a mile 6 cases of water, which had a $20 tip, and by the next day, the lady had retracted it. It happens, but I just wish they would shorten that up or not let anybody have any time to retract tips. If you're going to leave a tip, you're leaving it. The only reason to retract it is like if I don't show up. But people use other reasons to retract them, and they're crummy individuals. Let me carry your water all day, all night, on the weekends to California to back, upside down and backwards, and then take the tip back. Thank you very much. Because I'm a slave for you. And we're approaching the entrance. We have a gate code on this one. As you can see, I talked to you for a minute, and we're already pulling up. All right, we've arrived for this one. No need to look at totals or anything. I'll be back when we deliver the next one. All right, we finished up that Spark. It was a lot more groceries than I read, and that happens from time to time. I just saw the dollar amount and the miles. So we got there and we just finished. It was $18.50 for about 46 minutes. Waited there for a while to get the items. It happens. And then, of course, having to carry 2 big cases of water up a flight of stairs and a bunch of other groceries takes a few extra minutes for an old guy like me. I needed an ambulance. They didn't come, so I picked myself up and got back in the car, delivered the second one, chit-chatted with the lady customer there who's outside spraying for weeds. And then she wants to chat. You have to stay and chat. It's polite. It's part of why I do this, for some socializing as well. So we talked for about 5 minutes. It is what it is. In the meantime, I took a $26 InstaCart 8-mile 2-order item for 30 items. But then Spark came with $23 for 5 miles where I don't have to shop. So I'm going to try to still do the Instacart, but I'm going to try to do the Walmart first. So we'll see if I can do it. Instacart gives you X amount of time to get there before they kick you. And here's another tip. If you really want to keep it, then message them and say you're running a few minutes behind. They'll start the batch for you, so you're on the clock. Yeah, it slows down your pick time, but for me, I don't mind. What I do mind is Sunday drivers out on Sunday. Wow, what a concept that is. They're doing 40 miles an hour in the 45 zone, and then I'm sitting here trying to record video, not paying attention, wondering why I'm going so slow until I pass them by. So let's get to Walmart. All right. All right, we checked in at 6:44 at our most least favorite Walmart. So far, we have not lost the Instacart. I will be getting messages to head to the store to complete the batch faster. At that point, I will probably try to message them if I feel I can still get there in a timely fashion and have them start the batch. I don't suggest doing this very often, only in extreme emergencies and only in a batch that you really don't want to let go. The reason I don't want to let this one go is it's mostly produce. And in Albertsons, the produce section is right when you walk in the front door. It's laid out pretty nicely, and that I'll be able to complete quickly and then deliver. It's well worth the risk, in my opinion. But if you don't want to take any chances to risk deactivation on these gig apps, then don't do it. Just because I do something does not mean you should. This is just my vlog and my experience and how I do things working these apps. So please, proceed at your own risk and don't be blaming anybody except yourself. Same here. If I get deactivated or in trouble with Instacart, it's my fault. And I know better. I shouldn't push the envelope. But I also feel at the end of the day, it's my route. And if I can still get it done in a decent time frame, then let me choose that route. 5 minutes have gone by, still nothing. And this is not any joke. There is literally 3 cars here and nobody's coming out the door. So I will be back when we finish here and start heading towards Albertsons. So we dropped off the 2-batch. Yeah. So I'm an idiot. Ah, man, I'm thirsty. I need some Mountain Dew. So we finished the Walmart Spark 2-order 5-mile 2350 job. It took approximately 45 minutes. It took 15 minutes to normal to get it out to the car from the store. And then there was no direct route to the location. So, of course, I caught every red light known to mankind. And there's some good news. We still have the InstaCart. 33 items, 6 miles, I believe, 25 and change. It's about a 5-mile drive from this drop-off to there. So we'll see you after I do the shopping, because I'm not going to put on the chesty today and take you in the store. So let's go shopping. All right, I'm back. We finished the Instacart. The shopping took about 25 minutes. The deliveries were 8 miles, and it paid $25.05. Not too bad for a little addition on to what I was doing. And like I said, don't always try to copy what I'm doing, because I push the envelope a lot. So do at your own risk. Now we picked up a Walmart Spark for $27 for 4 miles, and we're going to go do that. I'll see you when we get there. So we have arrived at Walmart. We're waiting for this extra large order. It is large. It's not to an apartment complex. It's to somebody's home. No waters, no milks, no gallons of waters, no nothing. $27 for 2.7 miles. That's a pretty good order in my book. I believe that you should take those as well if you get opportunities for that. Short distances, easy, and you can move on to the next order. We've been here for about 3 minutes. It's my less than favorite Walmart 2884, as you've heard many a times. Hopefully there's only 2 cars here. It'll be out in a few minutes. And then we picked up an Instacart. Haven't decided if I'm actually going to do that or not. If so, I will let you know. And if not, we'll move on to something else, maybe some UberEats. I was thinking they have an offer for every 3 deliveries, an extra $6 again tonight. Or DoorDash. I don't think I'm going to get the 100 deliveries this month, or the the completion rate. They knocked me last night when I was at a pizza place, and I waited 30 minutes and was told multiple times that it was going to be ready, Then when I contact DoorDash, they said I could leave it with no repercussions, except that my completion rate would drop, and I don't approve of that. I was ready to complete the job. I had no food, and it only paid $6. So I don't know how long they want you to wait, but I would like to hear from you in the comments that if you believe that that's fair, that they should knock your completion rate when it's the restaurant's fault that you're not completing it, not your fault. So let me know. And we'll be back soon as we finish up this Walmart and decide which way we're going to go next. All right, we delivered the Spark. It was $27 even, $20 tip. A lot of groceries. Short driveway to carry them up. It was very nice and very easy. 2.7 miles. Like I said previous, you should definitely take those all the time. Now we just picked up another Spark, luckily, for $20.61 for 4.4 miles for 2 deliveries. We're going to go do that. And when we finish up there, then we'll probably be done with groceries for the day on Instacart and Spark. We'll probably transition into DoorDash or UberEats. So far, the only offer that they really generated for us was 14 miles to the other side of the Vegas Strip for 11 or 13 or 12 or $13. It's not worth it, and it was going way out of the way. We didn't want to go that way at this time. So we're going to head to Walmart Spark, back to the one we just left, deliver that, and we'll see where we go after that. Now we're at Walmart, and we're just waiting as usual at our least favorite Walmart store, and I'll reference it every time I'm here, and then you'll know which one I'm talking about. It's pretty funny. I understand they're trying to do a job. I'm not mad at them or anything. It's just sometimes, as the busiest store probably in the valley, why they don't take appropriate action to fix the problem. But I'm not the boss. I don't get to make up those decisions. So we're just waiting. And after that, we picked up Instacart for 7 items from Vaughn's. I forget the mileage. Maybe it pays $12, but it's close by these 2 deliveries. So we'll do this, then that, and hopefully we'll probably start some food delivery after that. It's 9:09 p.m. now, and I'm thinking I'd like to stop around 10 because I have to try changing my schedule accordingly so I can make some more daytime content and not so much nighttime content for this channel. So with that said, we'll see you after we shop at Vaughn's. So let's go shopping. All right, we're finished with that Instacart. Let's take a look and see what that actually paid us. $13.98. It was 10 items or 11 items. $6.43 tip. Thank you, ma'am. She was even waiting for me in the driveway to carry it in herself. I would have, and I did offer to carry it in for her, and she said, no, thanks, have a good night. You have a good night too, ma'am. Thank you very much for the tip. We appreciate it here at the Delivery Wiz channel. Now we took a double batch on Uber, 7-Eleven, that paid $11 for 2 miles, and Walgreens. I always get Walmart and Walgreens mixed up. I don't know. Too many walls. For 4 items for $5.63. And when we finish those deliveries, I'll be back to give you those totals, and we could be wrapping it up for the night. I don't know. It is 10:04 p.m. right now, so we'll see. Okay, we're back. We finished up the Instacart and the DoorDash, not the DoorDash. We finished up the Instacart and the UberEats. And now we're wrapping it up for tonight. It is 10:49. We stopped really about 40 minutes ago after we dropped off the UberEats. All right, let's recap. All right, here's the recap and the breakdown from today. On Walmart Spark, $39.09 in base pay, $58.69 in tips. That's a good day. I'll take those every day. You get more tips than base pay, it's always a win. Always. Just keep that in mind. So that's a total of 99 something. And I'll have those up here. You'll see for yourself. I don't have to give you the exact numbers, but I'll be close. Uber Eats was $5.44. We ended up not doing the stack and the other stuff that I said. One delivery was like 8 slushies, and when I got there, I decided I'm not going to take those. So we dumped that. I'm not going to carry around 8 slushies. for 4 miles, they're just going to melt and it's going to make your car a mess. So I would suggest that you don't take those orders either. And by all means, when you get there, if you change your mind, just change your mind. Don't worry about it. Uber Eats needs you more than you need them. Just keep that in mind. As far as InstaCart, we did $39.03 for 3 deliveries. Very nice. Both tipped very well. So for a grand total today, $142.25 for 5 hours and about 10 minutes. Maybe a few minutes less, maybe a few minutes more. I don't know. I definitely sat around at the Walmart and waited for them to load the car. So that took up the most of the time today. It's like that on Sundays. They're busy. But at the end, we did get some decent orders, so we can't complain. So with that, like I said, this week I have some surprise news. We're definitely getting to the Strip, don't worry. And also, we're going to probably continue InstaCart and Spark. As you well know, Spark is my favorite. They pay well for the most part in this market, in the Northwest Las Vegas market. Actually, the whole Las Vegas market I've delivered for Spark, and it's always been pretty decent. And you don't have to do a lot of work. You just pick it up, deliver it. Most of the time it's short trips, and then in between you pick up a Uber or a DoorDash or InstaCart real quick, and that's how I do it. So I suggest you try to do something similar to that, and if you don't, you're just going to do yourself a disservice, get discouraged, and not work these apps. If you watch any YouTubers, including myself, we will show you how to use this as a side hustle and maybe grow other side hustles. That's all we're trying to do. And I'm sharing with you my personal experience with the Las Vegas market, because each market across the country is different. As you saw, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's horrendous. And with that, for today's episode, we're finished. I will see you in the next video. So take care of yourselves and each other, and peace.